Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mirror List Monday, right here on the Eat Sleep List YouTube channel. My name is Matt Johnson, your host, and with Thanksgiving being this week, I want to talk about the essentials of celebrating Turkey Day. Let's make a list. First and foremost, I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. This holiday is all about giving thanks, being grateful for the things that we have, for the people that we have in our lives. And I am thankful for each and every single one of you. I am. Every single one of you who have propped this YouTube channel up over the course of this year so far, 10 months, 10, 11 months now, something like that. And, those who are subscribed, those who watch videos, those who like and comment and share and vote on the polls and everything in between. I am thankful for each and every single one of you. I want you to know that, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do love this holiday. All right, Thanksgiving is special to me. It is rooted deep in tradition for me because I had so many great Thanksgivings as a kid. And that's one of the fun things about this holiday. All holidays are kind of like this, but Thanksgiving is like one of the big ones. Would it be the big four? There's like a big four. I would say Easter, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, and Christmas are like the big four. That is four, right? Yeah, four fingers. There's some other ones too. Halloween, I guess, can kind of be included, if you want to do big five. But the big four. All right, Thanksgiving is that. And everybody has their own respective traditions for celebrating Thanksgiving. Everybody does it a little bit differently. And I think that's what's so special about it. A lot of people celebrate it, but everybody does it their own special way. Some people like to do it just the plain traditional way. All right? Dinner with family, dinner with friends, dessert with family, dessert with friends. Some people have other little things. Some people do turkey bowls. All right, little morning football action, which I think is cool. Some people sit around a TV. I know we do a lot of that. There's a lot of good appointment television on Thanksgiving Day, which I always appreciate it. Some people start their Christmas shopping on Thanksgiving Day. I remember that little stretch of time where retail stores were opening up late on Thanksgiving Day to get ahead on Black Friday, and that was weird. I'm glad that stopped for the most part because it was just silly and ridiculous. But some people stand in line for Black Friday on Thanksgiving Day. To each their own. Some people celebrate the day volunteering, which, shout out to you. That is amazing. Giving back to people in need. People volunteering at various food shelters and other spots that just want to hand out hot meals on Thanksgiving Day. Because I think everybody deserves to experience that one way or another. I think that's amazing. Whatever you decide to do, however you decide to celebrate the day, I hope it really is amazing. Because after Thanksgiving, technically Thanksgiving is the first part of the holiday season. All right, we go through this day where we're thankful, we're appreciative of everything that we have, and then we go right into commercialism and this hectic holiday season where whatever your denomination is, whatever you celebrate, whether it's Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Lord knows what else is out there, Festivus, for Christ's sake, it dominates our lives. All right, the next month, the holiday season dominates our life, whether it's on TV, whether it's on the radio, whether it's going out and about in public, seeing decorations and lights and so much more. The holiday season is really, really special, and it all starts with Thanksgiving. All right, everybody, it is time for the Matt's Facts portion of this show. This is going to start replacing lessons from the list, and I thought, it's doing something with Thanksgiving is, there's a lot of historical stuff, a lot of numbers that go into all of this. I think it'd be a fun idea to do for this specific video. So I came across, while doing my research, getting ready for this video, I came across a website called wallethub.com. It was a blog posted by their managing editor, John Kiernan, on November 11th, 2025. So there's some updated numbers here, but I want to read through some of his findings. And there's a lot of cool stuff here. Let's go through some of the historical stuff and some interesting numbers and so much more. Hopefully something you can all appreciate. So the very first Thanksgiving celebration was 1621. I think we all kind of know about this. The Pilgrims, the Europeans that came over to the New World, shared a dinner with the Native Americans, and it was special. Learned about that in elementary school. It's a cool story. It's a cool story. October 3rd, 1863 was the day that Thanksgiving became a federal holiday, a national holiday. President Abraham Lincoln proclaimed it on that day, which is pretty cool. The very first pardoned turkey was in 1989. Then President George H.W. Bush pardoned the first gave the first presidential pardon to a turkey. 2 turkeys are sent to the White House every year. And there are 4 U.S. towns that are named after Turkey. All right, there is Turkey, North Carolina, Turkey Creek, Louisiana, Turkey, Texas, and Turkey Creek, Arizona. All right, let's go to some numbers for Thanksgiving dinner. 2,092 is the average number of calories consumed on Thanksgiving. And about 8.3 billion is the number of calories consumed by Americans at Thanksgiving every year from the turkey alone, which is insane. It takes about 10 hours to burn Thanksgiving dinner off, allegedly, on the treadmill. And let's see, 11% of Americans plan to get takeout from a restaurant or go out to eat for Thanksgiving. $180,000 is the world's most expensive Thanksgiving dinner, and it was that was made in 2019 at New York City's Old Homestead Steakhouse. 46 million is the estimated number of turkeys utilized for Thanksgiving dinner every single year. There are about 100,000 questions asked to the Butterball Turkey Hotline between every single November and December. And the average number of guests, including household members, at a Thanksgiving dinner is about 9. According to this, these are the most popular or favorite Thanksgiving dishes. 74%, this is a poll that they did, and 74% of the people said turkey, no brainer. 67% mashed potatoes. Stuffing or dressing came in at 64%, gravy at 61%, and rolls at 59%. All right, and the most essential Thanksgiving foods: turkey, mashed potatoes, and / stuffing and dressing, and of course the gravy. There's a pie statistic that they found. The most popular pie on Thanksgiving is pumpkin, followed by pecan, apple, sweet potato, chocolate, cherry, blueberry, and then there's about 27% in other. 56% of Americans say offering meat-free options for Thanksgiving is important. It's the world we live in. Most popular toasts, alcoholic beverages for Thanksgiving. Wine is number 1, followed by beer at 2, and whiskey comes in at number 3. 3.1 is the average number of drinks consumed by men on Thanksgiving, and 2.4 is the number for women. About 85% of Americans say that they celebrate Thanksgiving. 56% of Americans plan to host or consider hosting Thanksgiving. 43% of people say that they take part in a Friendsgiving gathering. 71% of Americans believe that Thanksgiving is not a good time to discuss politics with the family. I am definitely in that 71%. Definitely in that. There's a lot. There's over 60 stats. Here's some Thanksgiving entertainment. I guess we can look through. 1876 was the first year that the Thanksgiving football tradition began. It was Yale versus Princeton. 1920 was the first year that NFL games were played on Thanksgiving. That was the debut season of the National Football League, actually. Actually, it might have been the All-Pro Football League at that point, but it would become the National Football League shortly. The two teams that have played every single Thanksgiving since 1966, the Detroit Lions and Dallas Cowboys. The very first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was in 1924. It was actually called the Macy's Christmas Day Parade, even though it was held on Thanksgiving, which is kind of interesting. The route for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is about 2.5 miles, and about 8,000 plus people will participate in the parade. Some fun stats for that. 21 balloons and balloonicals, 22 parade floats, 11 marching bands, and 2 performance groups, and about 2.5 million spectators typically attend the event, with another 45 million watching at home. There's so much. I can go on forever. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, but Thanksgiving is a special day, a lot of cool numbers in history with it, and plenty of stuff to look up. I hope you learned a little something from this little segment. All right, everybody, it is time for my favorite part of every single video that we do. It is time to make the list. As I always encourage, please feel free to comment your list in the comment section or send it to us via the email address, eatsleeplistpod@gmail.com. That email address is in every single video description that we post. Love to hear your feedback on this list, on every other list that we've done so far. This is all about organizing our thoughts, talking about the things that we love and care about, and that's why I love doing this show so much, because I get to organize whatever the theme is for the week, for the specific day, whether it's Mirrorless Monday, Funless Friday, organize my thoughts, talk about it, get it off my chest. It makes me feel so much better. This is the Thanksgiving Essentials list. All right, I need most of these things to hit for Thanksgiving to be good. All right? The bar. I talk about the bar all the time. The bar that we had is set as children. All right, my parents set a very high bar for Thanksgiving, and while Thanksgiving has evolved and changed a lot over the years, I still have my certain standards. All right, my essentials, and that's what I'm talking about with you today. So if I have most of these, if I get to enjoy most of these, I will be okay. It will be a good Thanksgiving. So let's get to it. With my list, these are the Thanksgiving essentials. Here's my number 10. I have 4 things to watch. All right, 4 things that include a television on Thanksgiving. In this one, I will say I don't mind doing it a couple days before, because most of the movie takes place leading up to Thanksgiving. But Planes, Trains, and Automobiles it's a must-watch movie every single year for me. All right, there's not really a lot of Thanksgiving films. I don't think. There's some kids ones, like there's Charlie Brown, and I think there's like is it called Open Season? No, it's not Open Season. There's a turkey movie that I watched with my kid a couple weeks ago. I can't remember what it was, but there are some Thanksgiving films. But to me, the one that captures the holiday the best is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. All right, it's one of my favorite John Candy movies and one of my favorite Steve Martin movies. They just don't make movies like this anymore. All right, they don't. There's so much heart in this film, and it's genuinely pretty funny. I don't know. I feel like a lot of films are just cookie cutter now. And there's just something about this one. Like, what an iconic pairing. And, the humor never gets old. And, like, some comedies are like you watch it once and that's kind of it. But Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is just, I don't know. It just captures the spirit of Thanksgiving, the meaning of it all, finding your way home, being with people that you love and care about. And it's a special one for me. So number 10, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yeah, I can watch this. If I watch this a couple days before, I'm good to go because there's a lot of other stuff to watch on Thanksgiving as well. My number 9 is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. What an essential part, I think, for a lot of people. I loved it a lot more growing up, I think. I still appreciate it now as an adult, but as a kid, when you love the cartoons and all this stuff and seeing a lot of the balloons pop up, right? You get, I remember Sonic the Hedgehog, being a Pokemon guy. I remember the first Pikachu balloon came up because, that was just taking over the world as a pop culture sensation. So many different balloons. The parade floats were really cool. Some of the designs, the music, the dancing. It's just a really good time. It's a really good time. It feels like it's just the best way to, I think, start the day, in my opinion. They do a lot of stuff from Broadway, and it's really fun. It's really fun. We talked about some of the statistics with it, about the people in attendance, the people participating, the people watching at home. I don't think I'd ever go to see it live, but I definitely enjoy watching it from home and kind of just having it on as background noise. Kind of like the Yuletide log during Christmas, on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, whenever, if you decide to use that. But Macy's Parade is really cool. Just have it, leave it on. If you hear something you like, go and give it a little attention. But there's a lot of fun to it. So the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, that's my number 9. Number 8, this is odd, I know, but it's become something that I've enjoyed. It probably since high school. Rocky movies. All right, Rocky. When I was in high school, every Thanksgiving, AMC would play the Rocky. They would have a Rocky marathon. I don't know why. I don't know what the connection is. I think there's, off the top of my head, not like maybe less than a handful of Thanksgiving references in all of those movies. But I'm a big fan of the Rocky movies, and that was always really cool. All right, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade's kind of, let's just flip over to AMC and watch Rocky movies. So that's what we do. That's what I used to do. I have the DVDs now, Blu-ray discs, which is, I'm really glad that I held on to those. But yeah, I don't know why. I associate Rocky a lot with my high school time because the music and like high school wrestling season, like this is about that time. And Rocky movie, when you are done watching a Rocky movie, you just want to like fight somebody or like go for a jog. It's really strange, but that's how I feel about them. And if I don't have to watch all of them, all right, they're a lot. They're definitely a lot. If I can watch at least the first 2, I'm happy, and I'll be okay. But if I get more out of that, that's an added bonus. After Rocky 4, I technically kind of don't care, even though I don't think Rocky. I don't hate Rocky 5. I don't think it's a bad movie by any means, but the bar was set pretty high in the previous 4. So, anyways, that's a rant for another day. Watching Rocky movies in a marathon, that is my number 8. Number 7, this is the first of several of my foods, is sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes. Everybody has their sides, all right? Everybody has their favorite sides that they look forward to. Um, I'm I enjoy mashed potatoes and gravy and corn and all that stuff, but I I know it's like it might sound blasphemous for a lot of people, but sweet potatoes is one of my preferred sides. It's got especially the way my mom did them, with the mini marshmallows melted on top of it. When you're scooping it out and the marshmallows separating, pulling apart, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I get it on the swing around on the leftovers plate, which I personally really enjoy, just because my holiday is so different now. But the sweet potatoes are a nice touch. Nobody does them better than my mom. So, number 7. In fact, all the food, I think, I will say that nobody does it better than my mom. Number 6, another food item, probably my favorite side, is the stuffing. The stuffing. I've had a lot of stuffing in my day. All right. Other people's recipes, people add sorts of weird stuff. I'm not a mushroom guy. Some people do mushrooms in their stuffing. Ugh. All right. I don't know what's in the stuffing that my mom utilizes, but gosh, I love that. All right. It's really good. It's a lot more bready. I really don't know. Like there's nothing like weird or awkward about it. It's just good. It's just good. And yeah, I love the stuffing that my mom uses. Number 5. It is the extended family get together. All right, I look forward to this. This is an essential thing for me for all the big holidays, is when we get together with my cousins, aunts, and uncles at my Uncle Angelo's house, and we just get together and hang out. And we do a variety of different things. We watch certain things which I'm going to talk about. We share desserts. We play games. We talk. We have a good time, and I love it. We don't get together as much as I'd like. Now that me and my cousin's generation is starting to have kids, so there's birthday parties and other reasons to get together. But as far as like the big stuff, like it's limited now. It's limited. It is limited to Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and the 4th of July. That's why I consider those the big 4, in my opinion. But this is one of the ones where we get dialed up, go hang out, and yeah, it's a blast. It really is. Number 4, the turkey. The turkey. Yeah. This is a lot of people say that turkey's overrated. It's just got to be cooked right. It's just got to be made right. And once again, my mom does it awesome. All right. The presentation is so important to me when it comes to Thanksgiving dinner. And my mom knocked it and knocks it out of the park every single time. With just the decorations that she uses on the table, and so on and so forth. But the way that the turkey looks, and it's just cooked to perfection. Not everybody should cook turkey. Let's just say that. But when it's done right, it is fantastic, and it is something that my mom does very well. That's my number 4. Number 3, it's football on TV. That's why I wore my football jersey today. Little Daniel Jones action. Hopefully I'm wearing this on a Victory Monday and not a blowout Monday for the Kansas City Chiefs. But I love the football tradition. I do. I'm glad that we get the Cowboys and Lions now that they're both kind of competitive. Before it was awful because they were just so bad, but they do a good they put on a good show. I think where I associate baseball with the 4th of July and basketball with Christmas, I associate football with Thanksgiving, and that's why people do turkey bowls. Me and my dad and used to do Madden games. Like we used to play Madden in the morning of Thanksgiving and do our own little mini virtual turkey bowl thing, and it was really cool. It's like little quick games. We do like a little round robin tournament, and you just keep going until we were told to stop. But football, watching football on TV, usually the Thursday night game is really really good. They bring in two different teams, but I think it's great. I love watching football with people who I love and care about, and doing it on Thanksgiving is a recipe for a good day. So football on TV, that's my number 3. Number 2 is just Thanksgiving breakfast in general. This is one of the newer traditions since my holiday is so different now, but it's the meal that I get to share with my family. I go over to my parents' house for breakfast, and my mom puts on a great spread, eggs, biscuits, bacon, sausage, oranges, grapes, mimosas. Not that I drink at all, but the spread she puts on for the cinnamon rolls, which is great. But it's really my time with just my family. It's good food. It's really good food. It's a good way to start the day off. Get a nice big meal, hold yourself over to dinner, and you're good for the rest of it. That's my number 2. My number 1, the homemade apple pie. Shout out, Mom. Again, she doesn't usually make it before or after this home stretch. All right, this little holiday stretch. She makes a few during Thanksgiving. She one for the house, one to bring to the uncle and aunt's house for the extended family get-together. She did surprise me for my birthday this year with a apple pie, which I'm very grateful for. And but yeah, I mean, everybody makes. There's a lot of pies that get made. I've had apple pies from a lot of different people in a lot of different places, and just none of them are as in the ballpark the way my mom does hers. So it's yeah. There's no like I enjoy pumpkin pie. I enjoy cherry pie. Peach pie. I actually thought about doing a pie list. Maybe I'll do a short content video for it. Chocolate pie, there's all sorts of different ones, but the apple pie, it's what my mom excels at. She does it the best, and it is the essential thing because it's a limited time period where it happens. So there it is, everybody. The Thanksgiving essentials list. That was my top 10. I want to hear yours. Please, again, comment in the comments section or send your list to the email address. As I've already mentioned, happy Thanksgiving. All right. Love and appreciate you all. I am thankful for you all. All right. Again, I want you to know that. And I hope that it is a great day. We'll talk to you on Friday. Got a good one, I think. So we'll get to it. We'll talk to you then. Till next time, do you even list?